Hello and welcome, Lynx here. We are playing Sakura Succubus 8. That is correct, 8 installment. The day yesterday, in a way, yeah, because we are actually in the same day today as yesterday in the game. So, yesterday's episode, super nice start to the day. Hopefully we can continue that onwards. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's get to it. With breakfast behind me, thank goodness for that. It was so good. I make my way to the Okawa Sports Center, which is located in the outskirts of Tokyo, alongside Alice and Yue. We arrive in a good time, even if the train is pretty crowded, and we soon find ourselves in the reception area of the sports center. Oh, is she still there? The one that really doesn't like us? I have uncomfortable memories of my first time here, when my boss tasked me with taking Hazel's photo of our newspaper. I fell a foul of the receptionist behind the counter. A pretty, but sour-faced woman called Hiroki, who had a huge crush on Hazel. Hiroki took against me almost immediately, owing to the quick connection I made with Hazel. I guess I can't blame Hiroki for disliking me, since she was in a relationship with Hazel herself at the time. Was she? I wouldn't say so. It must have stung seeing Hazel get so buddy-buddy with me, and it must sting all the more now, after Hazel has more or less made our relationship public. I'm not saying we should get Hiroki into the harem, but, you know, it would be fair enough. I went to Astoria with Hazel, Marina, and Hifumi a few months prior, and we were spotted at the airport by a bunch of paparazzi. Also, by the way, can we maybe give a little complaint? You spoil way too much information regarding the previous Sakura Succubus games. They took a slew of photos of me, flanked on either side by Hazel and Marina, both of them pressing their impressive bust against my arm. These photos were pretty widely circulated in the media, and now it's no secret Hazel Williams has a thing for one Ogasawara Hiroki, an average Japanese guy with average looks and a below average paycheck. If Hiroki disliked me the last time I clapped eyes on her, I bet she'll hate me now, and sure enough... Well, look who it is. Laptop by the company called Winked. Nice. Get Fit, yeah. Hiroki is there behind the reception desk. Could my luck get any worse? And she's scolding at me. Hi there, Hiroki. Long time no see. Yes, it really has been a long time, hasn't it? I was hoping that it would remain that way too. I cannot say I held any particular desire to see you ever again. Oh yeah, join the club. Hey Hiroki, do you know this woman? In passing, yeah, we've ran into one another a couple of times before. Unfortunately. Hiroki coughs. There is no love lost between myself and Mr. Ogasawara, of that I can assure you. I would have been happy if I never had to see you again. But I expect that the feeling is mutual. Honestly, we should counter that with the completely different option. But, well, I guess the game won't allow that, huh? More or less. Ha! Well, at least you're nothing if not honest. It's aggravating to see you again in the company of one more woman. How do you even know these two? When do you meet? And where? And does Hazel know about this? Well, that is none of your business. My affairs with Hiroki are mine to worry about, not yours. Know your place. And who do you think you are anyway, huh? The Queen of Sheba? No, she's only the Queen of the Succubus region. I have a feeling this altercation will go badly if left unchecked. I can already feel the sparks flying, so I decide to step in. No, this is Yue. Very good friend of Hazel's, actually. Ah, Yue. Yuriko frowns. I'm not sure if the name... Oh, she might know. I would not be surprised if Hazel would be talking about Yue to her before. I'm not sure if the name will mean anything to her. Yuriko isn't as far as I know Succubus, but it seems to register. That sounds familiar. I think Hazel has mentioned you before. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Hazel hand over hands for Yue. Sometimes I think Hazel might like Yue more than she likes me. Which is fine. If you're friends with Hazel, then I suppose I should extend you a degree of courtesy. Apologize for being so rude. It was very unprofessional of me. Yes, it was. You ought to feel ashamed. Now, will you permit us to see Hazel? We are on a tight deadline. If that's what you want, then sure, be my guest. I won't stop you, although... Yuriko glowers at me. That doesn't mean I have to like you being here. I'm willing to put up with you, Miss Yue, but I can't say I care for Mr. Gasawara at all. He could be mauled by wild bears for all I care. It's what you deserve for seducing so many women, you incubus. Well, that's the first time I've ever been called that. Which is true. That's funny given the circumstances. But I don't think there's much point saying anything. I don't think Yuriko would believe that Yue, Alice, Hazel, and the rest are the real magical beings of Succubus descent, not me. I don't think she'd be willing to believe a single word which comes from my mouth, actually. It's obvious that she hates me. Sounds like a challenge. I guess this is one woman that I'll never be able to win around. I mean, we've never tried, just saying. Just saying, we've never tried. A little while later. That's reused. That's a reused CG. You think I wouldn't recognize? I totally can recognize this. Even before it's actually not. Then again, I have nothing against it. No problem when it comes to me, really. Hazel. Yeah, I was mistaken. I'm sorry. She was actually not doing this workout before. I'm so stupid for saying it. I'm so sorry. I'm totally going through all the folders for right now to see the screenshots. No, it is Sakura Succubus 6. Again, I have nothing against it. Listen, indie studio, indie dev. Yeah. Besides, it's a freaking top quality CG. Anywho. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 1! Whoo! Hazel was in the middle of completing what seemed to be a rather strenuous series of exercises. Honestly, doing 100 of those, that's freaking crazy. In one go, I did do like 25. Anyway. Serious, but she glanced over at me when I entered the gym. Then she beams. Hey Hiroki! It's good to see you, my buddy, my pal! It was so nice of you to do the party and see me. I'm so flattered, I'm starting to blush here. I feel so lost, but... Oh! Hazel jumps to her feet, her eyes widening, when she sees Yue standing a few feet away from me. Lady Yue, boy, I sure am stoked to see you. How have you been holding up? I've been doing quite alright. Thank you, Hazel. Your concern for my well-being is appreciated as always, but it is unnecessary. As your ruler, I take great pains to ensure that I'm always in peak condition. Well, of course, I'd expect nothing less from you, Lady Yue, huh? You're a shining beacon of inspiration for the rest of us lesser mortals. And you're so pretty too! Your skin looks especially soft today. Have you switched out what moisturizer you use? Hey, perhaps. I've begun to see the benefits of buffing my skin and my worthless pig dog's tears. What? The effects have been quite remarkable, as you can see. Let's continue. Worthless pig dog! Hazel blinks, perplexed, before realization seems to hit her. Ah! You wouldn't be talking about Hiroki, would you? That might have been the implication, yes. Why? What did I do to you? Wow, worthless pig dog is quite to put down. I thought you two were meant to be all lovey-dovey. Same. You didn't do something to upset you, did you, Hiroki? Not that I can recall. Though I did oversleep this morning, maybe that counts. I think she's just showing off her authority to Alice personally. I'm trying not to pay too much heed. Ha! To believe I would stoop so low, Hiroki. I'm already the ruler of the Succubus realm. I've no need to show off, as you termed it. Not in front of Alice, who is one of my lackeys. Sure, whatever you say. I mean it. You're being all cool and aloof like you, but you look super cute when you get all flustered. I don't know which that you I like the most. I'm spoiled for choice. I guess you're just incredible no matter what you do. Yes, that is why I'm your ruler. My worth is irrefutable in every single scenario. It really is. I mean, I have a few lady compared to you, but the lowly maggot. I'd be more than willing to be your pig dog too if you'll have me. But we're getting off topic, huh? Yeah, that one seems to happen when Hazel's around. I remember you're here. You told me yesterday, didn't ya? You didn't come here to shoot the breeze. You actually came here so I could meet Alice. Isn't that right? Yes, that was the general idea. Yes. Oh, hello. Alice, who was half hiding behind his back, now peers at Hazel shyly. My name is Alice, but you know that already, of course. We've not met before, but I've heard of you. I know that you're the famous tennis player Hazel Williams, and that you're venerated in the sporting world as being a prodigy. I'm not half, or even a quarter as amazing as you are, but I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance regardless. It's very nice to meet you. Well, if that ain't a self-facing greeting, huh? Hazel laughs cheerfully, then slaps a reassuring hand on Alice's shoulder. Alice squeaks. I'm getting the feeling that you might have some self-esteem issues. Gee, does she think, really? I wonder what tipped her off. But no need to bow and scrape in front of me. I might be a big shot in some spheres, but really I'm just a regular girl. I ain't so amazingly not like Lady Yue. No, she's somebody I've already ought to bow and scrape in front. As for me, however, I'm pretty ordinary. You don't have to be all shy. Try to look a little more confident. You're a total cutie. Do you really think so? Yeah, you are so big. Just like a doll's, and your skin's so smooth. I bet models all around Japan, no, all around the world, would kill to look as cute as you. Yeah. I'm not so sure about that, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. It's no problem. When I see a pretty girl, I can help but compliment her. It's like I'm hardwired to do something, or do it or something. If you need an ego boost, I'm your girl. I'm sure that you're a cutie, Alice, so you don't need to come over all shy. That is very nice of you. Thank you. It's appreciated. I have some doubts myself as to how nice Hazel is being. Knowing her, I think she is only trying to butter you up, so she might be able to see you undressed at some point in the immediate future. She's very mercenary like that, especially when cute girls are involved. Hey! Is this really true? Well, I wouldn't know if you were not stripping in front of me. No, thank you. Yeah, I figured. Well, it was worth a shot. I guess I'll try my luck later once I've gotten you a little bit sweaty. Sweaty. Yue pulls a face.
Maybe you are a pig, dog. You're a shameless.
You don't need to say that like it's some great revelation. We already knew that, given Hazel never wears underwear.
And you don't? Not usually. I like to have a bit of breeze down there, huh? Oh my. You, really are an interesting person. Thanks, I'll take it as a compliment. I don't think it was meant to be one. Probably not, but that's how I'm choosing to take it, so... Hiroki told me last night that you were looking for your own special talent, Alice, is it right? Oh, wow. That is more or less correct, yes. I see. So you wanna suss out if you have it in you to become an athlete like yours truly?
That was the general idea. Would you mind if Alice watches for a while as you work out? I think it would help her figure out if sports is something she wants to pursue herself.
Well, she could do that, I guess. But wouldn't it be better if we took a more hands-on approach? Does that mean that you want to touch me? Of course I do! I want to touch you as I saw you! I'd love to run my hands all over your supple feminine curves, huh? Yeah! Behave yourself, please. God damn it, you're even worse than Hiroki.
Oi! I feel affronted about that. I might have a harem of my own, but I'm not as lecherous as Hazel is. I don't get my rocks off with threats of groping other women, okay? Compared to Miss Williams here, I'm a veritable paragon of virtue. Yeah.
But I don't mean in a lewd sense, of course. For once.
Well, that would make a change.
I was thinking maybe I could show you a few simple strategies that, Alice, get you limbered up like. Then maybe we could have a practice tennis match. We could do doubles, me and Milady against you and Hiroki.
Huh?
That should be a much quicker way to figure out if you have an aptitude for tennis than hanging back on the sidelines observing. What do you say? Do you think that sounds fun? As far as plans go, I suppose it is not a bad one. It would be a quick way to assess Alice's physical prowess. Perhaps we should do that after all. Would you mind, Alice? Well, I'm not sure if I'll be any good at this. I've never really done any sports before, but you're the expert at this, Miss Williams, so I'll defer to your superior judgment. Since you're going out of your way to help me, I'm going to do my best. Good. That's what I like to hear. You have a great attitude, Alice. Now let's get the show on the road.
Hazel bounces over to Alice, then kneels down on the floor.
Come here, Alice. I'm gonna help you get all nice and limber, huh? All right then. I'll do my best.
Now that I think about it, right now we could have a very nice, great combination of games and maybe reveal that the sports center actually is the sports center that you get in Sakura Gym Girls, for example. You know, that would be nice. A little crossover would be cool. Anything. Stretching, let's go. Oh, yes. No pain, no gain, achievement unlocked. Let's go. Stretching. Screenshot, this is probably going to be a thumbnail. Alex sinks to the ground at Hazel's insistence. And was there something? No. Insistence. And then Hazel presses her palms against the small of Alice's back. Yeah, you technically do that while stretching, that is true.
Are you ready, Alice? I am as ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Alright, that's great news.
Is it now? I thought Alice sounded pretty uncertain. But that isn't anything new. In fact, it's more of the same old, same old. Doesn't Alice always sound awkward?
Let's get started. Hee-hoo!
Hazel presses her palms against Alice's back with a little more force than before and then pushes. I know she means well. Hazel might be careless, but she doesn't have a single bad bone in her body, but... Alice's reaction to the pressure Hazel's applying is instant. Her eyes widen to comic proportions and a sheen of sweat begins to bed on her brow. Her teeth, meanwhile, are tightly gritted. Hazel's barely been at this for much more than a minute, if that, but Alice already looks like she's nearing her limit.
Come on, Alice, you can do this. Hang in there. No pain, no gain. I think you can stretch more than this. You just gotta relax. Let me look after you. I'm doing my best, but... Ooh!
Hazel pushes Alice down a couple more inches, and when she does, a horrible crack rings through the indoor tennis courts. A paroxysm of pain crosses Alice's pretty face, and then a string of desperate, breathy cries escape her lips.
Ow, wow, 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 wow!
Is he alright? Hey Hazel, maybe you're pushing Alice a bit too far. You might want to dial it down a notch.
But I've not gotten started yet. She's barely bashed at all. I can't believe anybody could be this inflexible, but... Wow, 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 wow. Trying to push her back down is like trying to bend metal.
Hazel frowns.
This is kinda weird. Her body keeps resisting me. It just refuses to cooperate. Most pretty girls I meet are more yielding than this.
I can only imagine. Yuriko might have melted Hazel's touch, but Alice is doing no such thing. Her body simply refuses to submit. Nice. Her shoulders look awfully stiff, as does her spine. It doesn't want to budge at all.
Maybe I ought to use a bit more force? Hey, what? No! I thought my body could endure that. I'm being pushed to my limits already. Oh, don't worry, Alice. I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm just trying to help you loosen up a bit. I'm sure it will be fine. You might be sure, but I'm not. This and almost more than I can endure. If you keep pushing, then I...
A truly blood-curdling scream emits from Alice's mouth as Hazel gives her another push. A scream so loud that makes the hairs on my arms stand up. That's actually true. Well, that was unpleasant. Maybe I should say something. Tell Hazel stop actually is kind of entertaining. I mean, it's true, it's no pain, no gain, but also she's just... You know, right now... checking if that's for her. Basically what I'm getting is... don't push too far, because that way you might make her... not want that at all. You know what I mean? I'm kinda like that when... like, someone maybe introduces me to something else. Like, I went on a bike ride once, like 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. Maybe longer even before. With one of my neighbors. Just like casual 40 kilometers. On a broken bike, by the way. A broken bike, because my gears don't work. Didn't work back then, basically. I bet now it's even worse. What I'm getting at, you know, you go on a ride once, and, you know, we are done, sort of, and he's like, okay, so, maybe tomorrow you'd want, and, oh, the next day? How about the next day? Oh, we are also on the group this weekend, you know, 20 people. Wanna go? Dude, chill. We went on a one ride. Anyway, it's I don't like basically stuff being pushed onto me. It's more like, would be cool if it was like, hey, if you wanna go on a ride again, just, you know, knock on my door or something like that. That's more like it. I'm gonna tell Hazel to stop. I don't want Alice to, like, completely dislike working out. Hey, Hazel! I don't know if Hazel will listen to me. She doesn't tend to listen to anybody, but I really can't stand about watching this. Alice sounds like she's being tortured. Oh, cut it out! You're being too hard on her! Can't you see that you're hurting her? What? Oh! Hazel smiles guiltily.
You know, I was starting to get that impression, yeah. They do say no pain gain, but there is a limit.
Yeah.
I don't want to push poor Alice too far, so...
Hazel relinquishes her hold on Alice's back and gets to her feet, an awkward smile on her face.
I'm really sorry about it, Alice. I didn't mean to hurt you, see. I really was just trying to help, but I might have taken things too far. Here you are, Alice. Let me help you up. It's the least I can do after putting you through all that.
Hazel extends her arm to a teary-eyed Alice who, after some hesitation, reaches out and accepts it. Hazel helps hold Alice to her feet, then supports her before her legs can crumple beneath her wave. Alice really does look worse for wear. Her face is deathly pale and her forehead is damp with perspiration. Her chest, meanwhile, is rising and falling with desperate, breathly gasps. I feel bad for her, but I'm also perturbed. Hazel was right. Her body barely bent at all. That's not true. Is she really that inflexible? I'll be honest. From the CG alone, you'll be surprised how many people are not able to even go that far. Yeah. Anyway, I had no idea it was possible for people to be so rigid.
I'm sorry about all of that. The noises that I made were shameful. I should have tried to control myself better. It was just a bit surprising. I guess I didn't realize it would hurt so much. My body is so stiff.
Alice sighs.
I guess I'm not cut out for sports after all. Not if I can do simple stretches like that.
On the other hand, I wouldn't say like not being very flexible eliminates you from the sports overall. To be quite honest, my flexibility definitely dropped compared to a few years ago. But I don't know, maybe it's because I was running quite a lot. Add to that some football like once a week. And I was not stretching much, to be quite honest. So I would not be surprised if that was the case. I would not be surprised if that was also the case why my Achilles is a pain.
I'm so useless.
Same, Alice. I feel the same, Alice, about myself. Alice sniffles. Her eyes are already damp, but it starts to look like she might burst into tears at any given moment. I sure hope that doesn't happen. I'd feel awful if Alice started sobbing, especially when we embarked upon this little odyssey in an attempt to reassure her. Hazel seems to share my sentiments, because she hastens to reassure Alice.
Hey there, it's okay. This is just like one nitty-bitty setback. Don't let yourself get too cut up about it. But you're being so nice to me, and I wasted your kindness. I made a huge production about everything, and then you got scolded. I just got you into trouble because I'm so inflexible. I'm such an idiot. Well, we can't all be good at everything. It takes practice to get as limber as I am.
Yeah.
You said you'd never done any sports before, right?
Alice shakes her head tearfully, while Hazel smiles.
Well, there you go. It'd be unfair to expect miracles when you're still like a relative noob. I'm not gonna hold it against you. You won't. Nah, it was my fault for pushing you too hard when you already made it obvious you were feeling uncomfortable. If you wanna blame anybody for this mishap, blame me. And if you wanna punish me for it like you were, you'd be more than welcome. I don't mind if you wanna step on me. I'll ponder this for the future, maybe. For now, however, I think we should focus on taking care of Alice. Oh yes, that's right, good point, hey? Well, you don't need to worry about that. I'm pretty good at giving massages. You are? I was running myself ragged and pulling muscles when I work out, so I've gotten pretty good at soothing my own aches and pains. I reckon I'll be able to sort you out in a jiffy. Or my name's not Hazel Williams. I can attest to that. Hazel has massaged me before, and there is no succubus better at easing my body. You can trust her on this score, at least. She's surprisingly good with her hands. Wink, wink. Well, I don't want to be a burden, but if you don't mind, then... Alright, I will leave myself in your capable hands, Hazel. Please take good care of me. I'm not very good, you see, at taking care of myself.
Same. In a way. Wait, don't take it the wrong way. A little while later.
Well, it looks that didn't work.
I totally expected them to drop a CG. maybe there is one in the other version. The one that is not for Steam and not for YouTube. A grumpy looking US sits cross-legged on the train, her arms folded. She looks downright disdainful as she watches the buildings and the trees pass by through the window opposite us. We left the sports center at around 9:30. After the worst of the early morning commute had passed, there were just enough seats free on the train for you and Alice to sit down. There was the seat available for yours truly, however, so I have to stand. Which I would be fine with. I believe. In a metro? Yeah, I think so. To be quite fair, I basically always would stand in a tram in the past, when I had to use that. And I would say I would mostly also stand in a bus when I was driving to high school. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if there really were seats around. But normally if there are absolutely no seats, I would not. Or like one seat, you know, taken, almost taken, just a few left, I would not sit basically. If it was completely empty, different story, but whatever. Anyway. I guess I don't mind that too much. The regular swaying of the train as it rocks to and fro is oddly comforting. You doesn't look particularly comforted, however, after our flyby visit at the Okawa Sports Center ended in abject failure. Alice looks pretty bummed too. She's staring at her knees, her lower lip trembling. I kind of understand Alice. I don't know, in a way I've become similar, I would say. Yeah. It is kinda problematic. In her case, she's just beginning to get into the place, right? Meanwhile, yours truly is kinda lost. It's funny. Or not funny, really. Whatevs. Anyway.
I can't believe I'm so bad at everything. I made a mess of today's breakfast, and I made a mess when I tried to work out. I can't cook and I can't exercise. What am I good for?
Alice sniffles. Her eyes are starting to look suspiciously damp. She isn't going to cry, is she? I hope not. I don't have any tissues to hand, and while the train isn't as crowded as it could be, it isn't deserted. I'm worried Alice's self-recriminating tears will attract curious eyes. I'm sure the last thing she wants during her time of need is a bevy of curious onlookers copying her like an animal in zoo. Yue seems to realize this too, because she squeezes Alice's hand out and says, "Dude, I would totally like pat her head in this situation. But, well, I guess Yue was first."
It's alright, try not to worry so much. Nobody's good at everything, and you've not tried many different disciplines yet. I'm sure you'll discover what you're good at soon enough. We just need to be patient. I guess.
Alice wipes a few stray tears away with the back of her hand, and red-eyed she says,
"But it doesn't feel fair really that I've been dragging you and Hiroki around after me. I don't want to be a burden. Isn't this a huge pain?"
Dude, the asshole answer number 2, I'm not going to say that. It isn't a pain at all. You are in the pain, Alice. It's fine.
But it's weekend. I'm sure much rather relax and enjoy yourself rather than watch me fail.
It's a weekend, yeah, but I won't be doing much of anything other than relaxing. Helping you out's a better use of my time, and it was nice being able to see Hazel. I'm actually having fun. Mine is the whole being woken up at 6 by US food thing. So you don't need to apologize.
I concur. I've also enjoyed this opportunity to peruse the human world. I do not often get the chance to explore Tus, given I'm bidden to spend most of my time in the Succubus realm. This has been rather diverting. Well, if you're sure. I'm quite sure. I do not say things that I do not mean. Now do try to dry your eyes. We shall be seeing Hifumi next.
Oh,
and her line of work is less physically demanding than Hazel's.
know about that. I guess she's mostly like, I mean, we know, it's not much of a spoiler, she's an actress. But she's more like in romance movies, right? I would say. But, you know, I would say there are certain types of movies which probably are as demanding as some sports. Maybe even more than demanding than some sports. Yeah, anywho, let's continue.
Perhaps you'll find you have an acumen for acting. Your emotions are so vulnerable, I think it might suit you. Oh yeah, I suppose that is true. It's too early to give up. I'm only just getting started, really, and I'm interested in meeting Hifumi. She's your cousin, isn't she, Yue? She's, yes. Hifumi can be overbearing at times with her affection, but she means well. She's quite motherly. I'm sure she would love to meet you too, Alice. She should make you feel right at home. I do hope so. I'm not very good at getting on with people in general. But if Miss Hifumi is as nice as you, then I'm sure I'll have nothing to worry about. It's funny, but...
Alice laughs, albeit softly, then says,
I feel reassured already.
That's nice. Wait, what? Why the nurse outfit? What is going on? You know what? I will leave you with that. This is the mystery. Why is she wearing a nurse outfit right now? Who knows? But it looks so good. Oh, Hifumi, you are as wonderful as ever. Alright, let's cut it for today. Given that I believe we might be going with Alice to maybe each girl and so on, I'm low-key hoping that maybe that's the case. So I'm also low-key thinking, what if we basically do each meeting in a separate episode? I think that's a good way to do it. I think it's a good approach. That's why we'll do exactly that. With that being said, you know, given that it was kind of a sporty episode, go do some sports as well. I'm going on a run tonight. I'm saying tonight because in the evening. So yeah, even if I did not sleep much, but I guess I'll do it anyway. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Go on a run and tell me in the comments what you, or you know, do some other workout and tell me in the comments what you've done. Yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Also, of course, consider liking the video if you enjoyed it. That's super helpful. Subscribe if you're new around. We are definitely playing Sakura Succubus 8 until the very end. And we did play the previous Sakura games. All of them. Including Succubuses. Yes. And that's pretty much it. I wish you all a wonderful day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow when we will be trying to find out if Alice might have a talent for acting. Yeah. Bye bye.